Hi, this is Daryl Leary, and we're looking at a station that is right across the North Saskatchewan from Hermitage Park in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And as you can see at the bottom right corner is the GPS overlay, and this is the first video I shot which recorded the GPS log data, but I lost the second log data. So unfortunately, after this short clip here, this GPS overlay at the bottom right corner is going to disappear. But I wanted to get a closer look at the water coming out of this building here. And I don't know what kind of station this is. I don't know if this is recycled water or what the deal is. But at the bottom there, you can see a couple ducks and geese, which is pretty cool. I don't know if anybody saw the drone flying this close to this building, but that's all right. Yeah, this is actually just 25 feet above the water. So, and as you can see, the GPS data overlay on the bottom right disappeared because I lost the GPS data log. And it really sucks when you go out and do a drone video and you lose the GPS log. So there was no way working around it, unfortunately. But this is an overflow that's in Hermitage Park that spills into the North Saskatchewan. And I wanted to fly the drone over this overflow, over the river here, and hopefully get some good views of these tiny ducks here that are swimming to the left of the screen there. This is actually, I think this is really beautiful footage. Of course, it's 2021, March 7th. And yeah, so this ice would be like way too thin to walk on, obviously, and this is definitely a way to explore the North Saskatchewan. I think the reason I lost the GPS log was because I didn't sign into my DJI profile, because I was using a new phone, my iPhone 12 Pro Max with the DJI Mavic Mini. So I think that's why. There's some power lines. And it's always deceptive how close you are to things, you know. But I had the drone was definitely in the line of sight. I could see it from where I was at the time, and so I think here I'm going in for a closer look at that station. Maybe that's extra water from the oil refinery process. I don't know. I have no idea. But I mean, it's pretty cool just the same. And it was a pretty nice day, actually. The winds were about 3 to 5 miles per hour, and it was about 2 to 3 degrees above zero in centigrade. And I just wanted to get a nice view of the river and surrounding area. I was really hoping that there'd be pieces of ice melting in the river flowing down. You know, I wanted to sort of get shots of that, but I never got the opportunity. But I was happy that part of the river had started to thaw out, as it were. And so I ended up taking 2 trips with the drone, one for video and one for photos. And you can see me standing there in the middle, right above the overflow into the North Saskatchewan. And I just wanted to get the drone in front of that and get that perspective that I can never get, because I'm always behind the railing, as you can see there. So I'm always at a perspective of looking down. And this time I wanted to see the water as it was coming out. You can see a guy there and his little dog. It's amazing how still this drone is. But yeah, I'm definitely gaining a lot more confidence flying the drone, that's for sure. But I really love these shots, and I think I got some really good pictures out of this too to share on Instagram. So water looks really frothy, for one thing. It's just foaming. I don't know if that's because of impurities or what the deal is with that, but this, no matter how cold it is, it always seems like there's water flowing out of this overflow here. But right now I'm just trying to get like the perfect shot without getting too low to the water, because I have heard that if you fly a Mavic Mini or any kind of drone too close to the water, it can mistake the water for a solid surface and try to land on it. So, that wouldn't be good. And okay, so I'm slowly descending now. Trying to give you the best perspective possible. It's actually a pretty cool video, I think. And now I think I'm gonna start focusing on the ducks. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on the ducks now. I like the composition of this broken ice and water. It looks really cool. Seeing solid and liquid mixed together like that. I didn't want to disturb the ducks, but I wanted to get close enough that, they didn't look like tiny little dots floating on the water. So I did want to watch them for a little while. You can see them floating around. That's a cool shot. Yeah, sometimes they like to stand on the ice there. I'm surprised they don't get cold, to be honest with you. I mean, that water is literally like freezing temperatures, But I like wildlife, so... And I'm still trying to follow them. Okay, maybe I disturbed that one little duck that started flapping its wings. I think I was about 20 feet above. It's really hard to judge distance when you're just watching like one of these drone videos. I mean, it's the controller would be able to tell you because it's GPS, but And I think now, now I want to take a look at another pond in Hermitage Park that has been thawing out and has remained fairly unthawed for most of the winter, believe it or not. And actually, I think something like 4 dogs in the last month have fallen through the ice. But I had been to this pond that's on the right here that I'm zooming in on, that I'm focusing on now. And so I've taken a lot of goose and duck pictures off on the side of that pond there, because this pond never completely froze over. So you can see downtown up on your left there. And if I remember correctly, I think I'm about 100 feet up right now. So I was really happy about this video because this is the most daring flying I've done with my drone so far. You know, in terms of getting up and close to things. Okay, so yeah, maybe I wanted to fly down this pond here. It's pretty interesting when you see a pond that's not completely frozen, and you see the patterns of melted ice and frozen ice. You know, I like that kind of pattern. And it's different taking pictures and video of parks when in the wintertime as it is in the summertime. You know, their nature completely changes. There's some green bridge up there in the center top. I never noticed that before. But that's pretty cool. You can see most of the trees kept their autumn colors, eh? They're like reds and yellows and stuff like that. So that's pretty neat. And you can see all of Hermitage Park in this shot right here. Yeah, I think at this point I'm probably at about maybe 300 feet. Normally I would have that GPS overlay on the bottom right corner, but I lost it today, so I was really upset by that, and but I don't know any way around it, so. But I think here I'm going to fly across the whole length of the park. I know my wife and her daughter are walking around at that pond underneath at the moment that I was flying here. You can see the blue matrix. That's my wife's car right there at the bottom center. That's cool. I love droning. I love it. So much fun. I also walked around and put my old smartphone, my old iPhone 7 Plus onto a gimbal and walked around and took some close-up video too. So yeah, it's definitely a different scene in the summertime, that's for sure. It's interesting how the snow melts around the trees. And I've actually canoed in this lake here, in this pond. It's got 2 islands in it. I do love my DJI Mavic Mini, that's for sure. I don't know if I'll ever get the second one. The second one shoots 4K, but I always shoot this one in 1.5K. But I reduce it to HD for YouTube and Facebook and that kind of thing. And I'm slowly approaching the pond now. I'm going to try to get some close-ups of the geese in their natural habitat without disturbing them too much. They just look like tiny little dots. And somebody, if you look in the center here, somebody actually tried to throw a picnic bench into one of these ponds. That's horrible. People making trouble for no reason. It actually looks like it's upside down or something. But that bench used to be on the part of the pond that's just below the drone right now. So there's no place to sit there now, because someone threw it in the water. It's pretty cool looking at this discolored ice. It's almost like looking at another planet, like Io or something like that. I think that's like a moon of Jupiter. And wow, some of those geese are moving fast. But yeah, it is a nice video though. There's a nice view from above. You can tell the Canadian geese from the ducks, eh? Ducks are on the right, Canadian geese are on the left, and you can see them with the mallards with their green heads. And then there's that strange brown duck, I don't know what it's called. And I think this is when I hit the return to home function, because I automatically set the return to home for an altitude of just under 400 feet, so that it will fly over any power lines and any other obstacles. Because honestly, I don't know how tall some of these power lines are, so... Oh, there's some floating ice. Look at that. Big chunks of floating ice in the North Saskatchewan. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so it was a really good day for videography, but it was a really bad day for getting the drone video that I wanted, because I wasn't happy about losing the GPS log. Like, it just never recorded. So, and I think it's because I didn't sign into the DJI app, or because I used a new phone for the first time, so I don't know. But I won't make that mistake twice. So yeah, I was actually kind of iffy of whether to share this on YouTube or not, but I decided, since the videography is so beautiful, I thought I would share it. So there I am. I love these visuals. Well, I'm Daryl Leary, and thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. By now I just catch it with my hand. I just press down on the controller and catch it with my hand, so I don't even need a landing pad. I'll have to practice taking off from my hand, see if I can do that. Anyways, take care.